Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is all about dyeing, sewing, and upcycling. Today I'm going to show you how to make this tie-dye t-shirt. We're going to go over some supplies and I'm going to put all of the links in the description below. So first you're going to need a cotton t-shirt, Procyon dye, which is like tie-dye. You can use individual colors that you buy, or you can also use a tie-dye kit. You're also going to need a PVC pipe, string, soda ash, and cling wrap. I like to work with a drop cloth to make sure to protect my table, scissors to cut everything apart, and a bucket to mix up your soda ash, water to mix with the soda ash, and rinse, of course, and gloves to protect my hands. Last but not least, you're going to need Dawn to wash out all the tie-dye. So like I said, I'll put links down below for everything. And here we are going to get started by wrapping up the t-shirt. I am going to start by tying the string around the top neck, and I'm going to just get it really tight. I'm using like a kitchen twine type of string that is cotton, and it's really good for tie-dye and shibori. I just use it all the time for this kind of thing. And I'm going to scrunch the t-shirt around the pipe in kind of a random way. So I'm starting at the top corner of the collar, which is going to be the top, and then as I wrap the t-shirt around the pipe, it gets thicker because it's like a diagonal. So I will do one pass of the string until it gets to about half the t-shirt, and then scrunch it, and then wrap more string around it. And I'm going to just do the same thing again, just to get it as tight as possible. So I want it to have a lot of resist, so I'm making it really, really tight. Now I'm going to tie off the string with the original knot that I made at the top and keep scrunching it down. So here's a close-up of it. You can see the details of the scrunching and the tying. So I have mixed up my soda ash solution. I used about 2/3 of a cup of soda ash and a gallon of water. Now I don't have a lot of soda ash solution in this bucket, but that's okay. I'm just going to use what I have. I don't like to waste soda ash. So I'm just going to splash it onto the t-shirt. I want to make sure it gets nice and wet, and I'm going to let it sit for 20 minutes. I want to make sure that the soda ash has a chance to really permeate the cotton and open it up to get it ready to dye. So now I'm ready to dye, and I'm going to take my Procyon dyes, which I've mixed up with water in my squeezy bottles, and I'm going to start by putting down some color. I'm just going to do a solid sort of stripe of the gray. I'm using 2 neutral colors and a primary color with this pattern. I really like to use neutral colors in tie-dye. I think it really kind of gives them a little bit of a more grown-up color. And then I'm going to put down the rust color here. And I'm just doing them side by side here. I'm doing a tie-dye t-shirt series, so if you guys are doing tie-dye t-shirts and looking for some inspiration, be sure to check out all of the tutorials that I've done. I'll put a link down below and a card so you can check it out. I have a whole playlist. And I also have a lot of other dyeing tutorials for shibori and indigo and all kinds of stuff. So be sure to check that out. I'm just going to use up the rest of the dye I have here and just make sure it's really nice and saturated. So I'm going over the rust and the blue with this gray again, just to kind of like soften the contrast and kind of make it muddy colors, which is what I'm going for with this one. So there it is, it's all dyed, and I'm going to now wrap it up with cling wrap. Now this is called batching. It's important to not skip this step, and I'm going to let it sit overnight, 6 to 8 hours, before I open it. So it's been sitting overnight, and I'm so excited to see how it turned out. This pattern is kind of like a take on arashi shibori, and usually arashi is wrapped around a pole, and it's a little bit more neat and tidy, but I like to do it this way with the scrunching because it gives you like a really fun organic pattern. I have another arashi video that I will link here if you want to see how to do it with indigo, but this is really fun to do with tie-dye colors to give it a little bit of a different look. So I'm going to unwrap my pipe here, and I'm being very careful not to cut the t-shirt. It's so easy to snip your t-shirt when you're unwrapping these things, so I just go slow and take my time. Okay, and now it's completely unwrapped, and I am so excited to see how it turns out. It's always such a surprise, especially with the pipe wrap one. I think it turned out really nice. I like the combination of the negative space and the blue and the kind of like opposite color neutral from the rust. And then of course the gray, which is really sort of blending all the colors together. Of course it's wet, so I don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, but I like how the colors are mixing together, and there's those sort of stripy zebra type pattern stripes on the bottom there. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Let me know what color combinations you guys would use, and also let me know if there's any tie-dye patterns that you guys want to see tutorials on. I'm always really curious what you guys want to see, and I want to make sure I'm putting out the right kind of videos for you guys. So I'm just going to rinse it with cold until the water runs clear, and then I wash it on hot with Dawn to make sure all the extra dye comes out, and that really does the trick. So it's been washed and dried here, dried on hot, of course, and you can really see the gray coming through, which I couldn't see when it was wet. And I really like this pattern. I think it's really fun, really modern, really hip. So be sure to subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up. It really helps all my videos and helps others to find my videos. You guys can find me on social media at the links here, and I also teach online workshops. I teach a live online workshop, and I also teach Skillshare workshops, and I will put the links for those down below. You can try Skillshare for free for 14 days with the link in my description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.